Where's Brex?
Hello. I just want to sleep. This is Brad.
Honestly.
Oh, poor boy.
Hey, weren't you supposed to be on this panel? Switch me.
I'm casting.
Oh,
Yeah,
fuck.
Grant's casting. Okay, here we go. Well, we were right about some of our bands, Monkey King and Techies.
Thank God.
First two bands from Onyx.
Dude, does anyone actually want to see Monkey King, honestly?
Yes.
Yes.
Why?
Yes.
You like knowing who wins the game before it starts. How's that fun?
Well, Grant, when you bet, it's a helpful.
And by the way, my good choice of betting, Onyx at 2.76 is a very value bet.
Okay.
Well, okay. Are you feeling daring?
And look, they have the Abbott on that's been banned in every other game. Is that not a decision maker?
Well, the betting is closed now, Grant, but
Oh.
that's kind of how it works. You have to bet before the picks come out.
Oh, whoa, then forget it. Okay.
I thought I could bet whenever I wanted.
So,
They're about to win. Put in the bank. Oh, Jesus.
oh man, if only you were a bookie, Grant. What a life to live. So Leshrac, first pick for Complexity. Some standard NA Dota action here. Too bad Omni Knight's been banned out. Oh,
Yep.
still a sore wound.
Indeed.
I'm just watching the replay.
Reserve
Slack's
time.
abuse this dog.
Shut up, Trent.
Wait till you see him try to, quote, roll over. It's an impressive feat of not rolling over.
Fuck all you. He's perfectly trained.
Slack's 2K dog training MMR. He just moves him himself.
Everyone shut up. You're cutting me deep. You can mock me all you want, but don't mock my son. Please.
Oh my God.
The Mr. Roo Power Hour begins
Okay,
now.
but let's be Slacks. Can we be real for a minute?
Sure.
Well, I thought someone else was gonna say something.
I hate you, Grant. All right.
No, but for real, Abaddon, we have not seen that in a while. That's obviously the NA special. We've seen it some support, but mostly on offlane. Can you name Onyx's offlaner, Slacks?
why do you do this?
I already can you.
I can name it.
Is it Bulba?
If you, Boba.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Well done.
Very good.
No,
No,
not
he-
true.
I mean, even if he did, he doesn't know who plays which position.
Guess what? Okay.
1 out of 5.
And then look at this complexity. I
10
mean,
seconds
complexity will first pick Leshrac in CM mode. They're gonna definitely first pick it in this mode. And now they
5
have cancel.
seconds
We're just gonna Z Freak plays it, but I mean they're mostly known for cancel playing it. So they get
Reserve
two
time.
of their creme de la creme heroes, as they
Yeah.
say in France.
Or Quebec.
Creme de la creme.
Ooh la la.
Right, Kunka left. Nice synergy there. You know, X-Torrent into a nice Split Earth, perhaps. Was
Is that a
tickle your
cancel
fancy?
Kunka? I believe so.
Well, I believe I said that already, Sunset.
Okay, good. Thank you for coming, Grant. That's why you're here.
But it could be a Z Freak also, so you could be wrong and right.
You never
That's
know.
actually true. Yeah.
Ooh, the vengeful spirit.
Vengeful spirit. Beautiful.
So, Suns fan, you watch a lot of NA teams because your team based in the NA region. Onyx, how do you feel about them coming up to the qualifiers?
They're inconsistent.
Oh,
They're
yeah, that's true.
inconsistent as shit.
But they did lock in their lineup, correct? So they will be one of the teams actually
5
invited to the
seconds
regionals,
remaining.
we assume.
Yeah, so that's the thing, right?
That's
They've
good.
only been playing with, like, they had
Reserve
stand-ins for
time.
Yeah,
God knows how
Francis
long before
Lee
Abed
for
came.
Abed, yeah.
But I haven't really seen them that much with Abed. Like, the first week he was there, they didn't play very well, but, I mean,
Yeah.
that's the first week, so.
Yeah, DAC qualifiers. He looked really good. He just made some
Radiant
weird
team
item choices, but
back.
now he's looking better. So if
Dire
Onyx beats
team
Complexity
back.
here, what's the first thought that comes to your head?
Bulba.
Yes.
Yes.
that
Well
correct?
said.
Yes. He actually
Yes.
evolves into Warvisaur? Ivysaur. I was thinking of War
we're
Turtle.
back to
Warvisaur.
Pokemon.
Well, his
Warvisaur.
name's literally Bulba.
Radiant
Yeah.
team
Yep.
Okay.
I
Bulbapedia,
understood
dude.
the reference.
Just the thing, sure, it's a Pokemon. No.
No, please don't open Bulbapedia.
Not Igglybuff.
You know, I learned. I went back and watched some of that podcast yesterday. The whole time that we were all yelling at each other, Trent was trying to talk reason and explain that Igglybuff is the precursor. It's the prequel meme to Jigglypuff. But we were all too busy and just told him to fuck off and didn't listen.
Yeah, you guys were wrong.
So just I wanted to update that we did some research and
God.
Reserve time.
Yep.
Igglybuff goes into Jigglypuff.
And look at we see the Meepo. Cole bans it out because, I mean, obviously, people who watched TI and all that.
Hey, Lycan!
Oh. Hype.
Oh my My God.
We've seen Lycan banned almost exclusively this tournament. We'll finally get to see the Wolfman.
Believe it.
Is this
Might
actually
be.
the first pick?
Hey guys.
Yeah.
What do you think of a complexity last pick?
Wraith King?
Brood Mother.
10 seconds remaining.
Sounds pretty
Brood
filthy.
Lycan.
I like it. The Brood
Ooh.
Lycan is a
5
great
seconds
combo with
remaining.
Hal and Nighttime. I've been telling everyone I know, get Brood, Treant,
Reserve
Night
time.
Stalker, and Lycan, and you can't ever die
In the night.
in the night. But
Genius.
with Night Stalker, anytime is night.
Except for when your ult's on cooldown and it's day.
Well,
I thought Brood was the worst hero in Dota, according to Tao. Mr. Fly, who was
our
He
here.
Lord.
is
That's what he
definitely
said.
up there.
she.
But in the right hands, it can meme its way to victory. You never know.
That's true. We
Is
saw.
monkeys the right hands?
I think so.
I think actually Bulba probably would play it more so over that. Bulba loves that hero for
Oh yeah, he's
God
a,
knows
he's
what
a
reason.
Dagon
Bulba?
Brood
I mean,
player.
is there any way that Bulba is not playing Abaddon though?
There's
Not anymore.
a 1% chance. There's always a chance when you believe.
I'll take my chances. Let's make a bet on that.
Oh,
are my odds?
ggbet.com.
What are
They're
my
not
odds?
good. They're not very good. 99 to 1.
10
Okay.
seconds remaining.
gg.bet.com.
5 seconds remaining.
You're the worst. You're the absolute worst.
All
I would
right.
like to see a
Time.
Witch Doctor for complexity.
Would you?
I would. I don't think they'll pick it, but I'd
So
like
you
to
think
see
it'll
it.
give? Are you? I would say this is almost well guaranteed Swindle Leshrac. I think that's pretty much
Yes.
said and done.
Cancel
Uh,
Kunkka.
More than
I don't know if
likely.
I like the cancel Kunkka again, to be honest.
Well,
I
I
feel
don't know if I
position
like
four
it, but I
Kunkka
think
is
they're
more
gonna do it.
valuable.
Yeah.
Yes.
Why
yes.
Witch Doctor?
Because he has a nice stun, stops Spirit Breaker. He heals.
Does it though?
Does it though?
Dire team pick.
Okay.
Not that great against Spirit Breaker. Well, it's cancel Kunkka.
Definitely cancel Kunkka now, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Goodness gracious.
I
That's
think-
quite the pick.
So this is safe lane Lycan then, yes?
It's looking like it, yeah. I think the biggest thing is going to be this pick will decide whether Venge is Mason's playing it or it's going to be support. More than likely it's support, but I think
10 seconds
Mason's the
remaining.
wild card this game. We saw him in the first series, his Terrorblade, and what was the other hero he played? Did
5
he like
seconds
died what
remaining.
DK? He
Oh,
died
yeah.
like twice in
Radiant
2
team
series, had like a 30 KDA or something.
Ooh.
And
I
this
mean,
is
he
this
went
is
ham
his
on
hero.
DK in that
Yeah.
series.
I think it's Troll
This-
Warlord.
Oh yes, the counter to the tombstone. That's what they needed.
Jeez.
Yes.
Right again, Suns fan.
All right. Well, we've been talking about how good Troll has been in all these lineups, but for this time, I
10
actually
seconds
think
remaining.
Lycan might be pretty good against Troll Warlord.
Why is
Why?
that?
5
Well,
Why?
because he has to
seconds
keep
remaining.
focusing the same
Dire
target
team
in order
down.
for his stacks to go up.
Yeah, but he doesn't-
Lycan,
I-
what if he just uses ult and he gets the stacks
I
really quick?
thought it would be
And
the
he has a
opposite, where
blind.
if you get one bash on Lycan when he's in ult form, that's good lockdown.
and he has whirling
And he has
axes.
blind, so you blind all of Lycan's little friends, his stupid wolves and the necro units.
right? But what if Lycan ran away?
Well, his ulti doesn't
Well,
last
they have a
that
Venge
long.
and a
Yes.
Spear
His
Breaker.
ulti's pretty garbage.
You're right. Lycan is great against Troll
5
because he can
seconds
run
remaining.
away. I like that strategy.
He's
I love it.
If only they had a hero that could chase him from any distance as
He's
well.
the quickest at running
That
away.
would be so good for Onyx.
Well, you'll see. But
Well, you'll all see.
you'll all see.
One day the jokes just stopped. Slack snapped.
10 seconds
So
Alright.
last
remaining.
pick here for Onyx.
5
Mid-hero.
seconds remaining.
Let's go for some mid.
Lot of
Magnus.
choices. Is this a good Storm game?
Reserve
Well, I
time.
guess Kunkka Lesh, I guess not.
Hey!
I was thinking
Hey.
just Storm synergy with Troll.
Hey, I hear you, Brax.
Oh, hey.
Oh my God,
Brax is
Trent
here.
can finally go to bed. Everyone wish Trent good
Good
night.
night,
Oh,
Trent.
yes.
Good night,
Good
Trent.
night, friend.
Good night,
Later,
Trent.
Nice
losers.
knowing you.
We'll see you in 6 hours for Mr. Cat.
Woohoo.
Brax.
Hey, I called this shit. Come on, give me some credit.
Magnus Troll,
Oh,
very nice.
great job,
Good
Suns
lord.
fan.
This is
That's
amazing, though.
right.
The,
I'm
the
amazing.
cleave on Troll. We saw this yesterday, actually, when Fly and No Tail were casting.
Yep, I'm
And
actually
it's pretty good.
I'm super surprised the community is not banning Troll. Why? He's such a Oh God,
Mott,
no!
no.
Mott.
Wrong one. Sorry.
Anyway, such a valuable hero in this game mode, and then
Reserve
we
time.
have, as you said, seen him paired up with Magnus for that cleave. So here we go again, boys. Onyx has a hell of a draft.
So what's the last pick for complexity here? Could they silence her, actually? Is that crazy?
I don't know. The only real thing that does is just kind of counter the Magnus, right? Everybody else is pretty okay, still fighting even though they're silenced.
Oh, it's also a good laner for mid.
Yeah.
10 seconds.
What are you thinking? Should we
remaining.
introduce Brax? Brax?
I don't think he's on TeamSpeak yet.
God damn it.
Can't hear him. We can only see him.
Oh, no.
Wind
We can see him
Ranger.
watching the draft.
Oh, no. Okay.
Oh,
Let's
your
see.
favorites, yes.
Well, you know, they have mostly physical damage, right? So maybe Wind Ranger is okay. Wind Run is definitely pretty much invincible right now in this. They have nobody that can stop her except for a few stuns.
I'm just afraid of the blind on Troll. I think that's going to be really huge this game.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if anyone catches Wind Ranger, she's pretty much instantly dead. So, a little confused. Suns fan, how do you feel about that pick? I know DC loves running Wind Ranger on
They do.
important
That's
games.
news to me.
Yes. Every game that I've loved and watched, you've ran a Wind Ranger and lost and broke my heart. So,
No.
please.
But this is offlane Windrunner. Is that what's going on?
Maybe?
I think it might be offlane, actually.
So, we're looking
We'll
at a
see.
position
Hi.
4 support
Oh,
Wind Ranger.
Brax, hello.
Brax! Oh, thank God, an analyst. Hello.
Dude, I'm so confused. I have the stream on too, so I don't know what I'm looking at. I just hear voices everywhere.
All right, you don't need to see anything. It's all good. Are you
Just-
in the lobby for the game? The actual lobby?
I didn't even know there was a lobby. I'm coming.
All right. hold
All
on.
right, great.
I did. Don't worry, we'll hold it for you.
Yeah, just check TeamSpeak there.
All right, so at
and
any
join
rate,
the Moonduck production.
So I should not say this password out loud.
Correct.
Just disregard the man behind the curtain.
all right, so we're about to
Am I
get
supposed
started
to
here.
sit somewhere?
What's that?
I said, am I
It
supposed to
doesn't
join
matter.
a channel
You
or
can sit
something?
wherever.
Check TeamSpeak, the chat on TeamSpeak, and then join in-game
Wonderful.
lobby.
Wonderful show we're putting on.
I think I'm there.
All right. too
That's
late.
great.
Okay.
We'll get started.
So we are loading in here. We will have our game getting rolling. Game 1, Onyx versus Complexity. This is upper bracket. No elimination here, Slacky.
Nope. Safe as duck. But, yes, one of them will survive and move on, and the other will survive as well. That's a kitty cat.
My.
Let's get going. Braxy boy, welcome to the show.
Wait, I gotta change something. I'm so confused.
All right, well, thank you for coming, Brax. It's been a pleasure having you. You're a wonderful guest. Okay, we're about to get into the game. We'll fix Brax up during the game, but Suns fan, any thoughts on these drafts?
Not really.
All right.
I like Magnus. I like the Magnus troll.
Yeah.
We've
Yeah.
seen it work before. I think we'll see it perhaps work again.
Yeah, I got to go with that as well. Although I
Onyx
believe
got this, dude.
Complexity is, I would say, a better team. Sorry, Onyx. But I think
Are you going to go for the team with Wind Ranger?
they're a better team, but Onyx certainly has a better draft, I would say, as well.
Okay.
So can't go with the Wind Ranger today. They have to go Onyx.
Yeah, my money's on Onyx. The Magnus Troll, I think, is too strong. Can't control the Troll, man. Unless they lose in 15 minutes, Troll's coming back with a vengeance. Sang and Yang.
Brax, are you on the Complexity hype train?
I'm still confused, man.
All right, well, thank you for coming, Brax. Let's go into the game, and you're going to be casted by Annie and Mott.
And Grant, you fuck.
Oh,
Thank you very much, panel. I am Android being joined by the wonderful Mott. How's it going?
Great. Couldn't be better. I don't- Okay, but for real, I think Slacks actually, for once, was right. Cole, probably the better overall team. They have a strategy. They know exactly what they need to do with it. While Onyx, it looks like they have the better heroes. The question is if they can actually stop the 20 to 30-minute push of Complexity.
All right, just quick from a panel. I got a question. Who was on this computer earlier? Because my mini-map icons are the size of planets.
That would be Zyori.
All right, I think I'm going to very quickly toggle these down before we get into action.
Right? Yeah. Huh?
There we go. All right, we are doing great now. So we talked about Onyx having a better draft, and I do agree. I really like the heroes. Who are you looking forward to watching the most? Who wants to?
Just Mason, every
okay.
time. Every game Mason's in, I look for. We saw him just dominate the first 2 games. He's clearly, I would say, the best player in this whole lobby. Complexity being the better team, but Mason is just. Have you ever been top 3 to TI? I haven't.
I also have not, but
Okay.
I'm very interested to see how they're going to match up against Complexity here. We've got our Wind Ranger. Slack's not too much of a fan, but we'll see if there's going to be any snipes down here. Radiant bot side, we do have Mason going in, wanting to snatch up this rune, but Monkeys, he's staying hard. He is going to go ahead, get connected by a magic missile. Monkeys is able to win run away, but that's going to be 3 runes going towards the dire side.
Oh no, they stole the other one
Oh,
too.
God, they got
so
top.
it was a dud. They each stole each other's, which is interesting. It's gonna be a tri-lane bottom from Dire. I didn't see this coming. And possible dual lanes. Oh, Z-Freak's looking for the chicken, but quick hands.
Yeah, able to micro that thing. That is a very interesting looking courier.
The Dubu special.
Mid lane, we've got initiation onto Aved, but just going to be keeping him back. Obviously, keeping Z-Freak in the mid is going to help out Cancel a lot on this Conka. How do you feel about Cancel on his mid Conka?
I think he's actually probably better than Attacker. He's probably the best mid Kunkka in the world, so he should. He should dominate this lane. Melee versus Kunkka is just a terror. For Abed, he's just going to pretty much be probably fairy, bottle crowing, and shockwaving. That's about it.
All right, up top we've got Moo going to be on that Lycan. We talked about the interaction between Troll and Lycan, but which core do you think is going to get nastier quicker?
Probably going to be the Lycan. Lycan obviously just comes online like Vlad's Book 3, and he's just pretty much, he's not 6 slotted, but it feels like he is when he's pushing down your towers. So as long as he has a good lane versus Abaddon, then he should be fine, but he's versus a dual lane. It's going to be rough.
Yeah, it's
Why are we paused? Which team did it here?
I don't know. We've been talking about loot market for a little bit.
Oh, Mason is disconnected. That's about it.
Yeah.
Now they're just talking. Talking about pubs. He's crazy stuff. I don't know. Complexity, like, you want to discredit him because you don't think, like, I don't know. It feels like Melons is the one team out of the 4, like the one captain out of the 4 who came into elimination mode with, like, set strategies. Like, he stayed up at night, wrote stuff down, saw what other teams picked, and he actually has set strategies because they pick extremely quick and they always know what they want. So I probably favor complexity in this, even if I think Onyx might have like a better late game lineup.
Up top, Swindles, who is channeling up the stun. It finally connects onto the Abba, but again, Abba very difficult to harass back in lane. Just focusing back towards mid, you've got Z-Freak helping out Cancel, but there's going to be rotation in, at least for a little bit, from Demon.
Yeah, Monkeys right now is having an extremely rough time. They're not rotating down to help him, so she's just going to be pushed back a ton. But mostly it just feels like Cancel's just dominating middle. He's using you get the Tidebringer damage. You don't even use the Tidebringer when you deny creeps, and he already has 7 denies out of 8 creeps.
That is pretty phenomenal. This Magnus is going to be starved out just a little bit. How does a Magnus catch up? Does he have to just bail out Iron Talon jungle, or is he going to stick with it?
He might. I think you just bottle crow and shockwave creeps. That's about all you do. But with Z-Freak sitting here, he might even have to do something different than that. And he had to ferry out a health potion. He's not even going to be able to get the bottle that quick. He didn't think Z-Freak was going to sit middle.
Up in this top lane, again, pretty difficult for the Abaddon just to get exactly what he needs, but the charge in from Demon can definitely change things up. Melons does have that split earth if he needs to return this, and Diabolic Egypt as well is ready. The stun connects from that Lesh, and now Moo, he's ready to go all in. Howl popped out, but still not able to find any kills. It's going to be slow going here.
Yeah, I think that top lane, even though it's such a strange lane, what is it? Avernus and Spiritbreaker. Well, Z-Freak comes and steals a rune. Avernus as well as Spiritbreaker versus Lesh and Lycan. I mean, if Lesh hits another stun and they have Howl up, that's so much damage. But then you're versus Curse of Avernus and Aphotic Shield. I think you're right. It's just going to be a little bit slow going unless one team overcommits for a CS.
Yeah, I think we may see some action down bottom as, like you mentioned, Monkeys left to his own devices. Dubu was empty mana, but filled it right back up and now has that magic missile ready to go.
Yeah. This feels like a lot like the first game we casted yesterday. Both teams are kind of doing what they want besides maybe Abed middle, and I don't know who that favors more. They're chasing Moo down top. Trying to.
Stun's going to connect, but they go back for the charge in. Lycan could be in some trouble. He's got the Howl, but he cannot return this in any way. He's just got to run back under tower. So top lane's going real well for the Dire. Mid lane going phenomenally for the Radiant. Bottom lane looks like not going too great. Monkeys had to bail out just for a little bit there. So got at least a little bit going for the Dire right now.
And we've seen Mason with free farm. I think that's the scariest thing. So if they just keep letting him free farm bottom on the off lane on Dire, they're going to be in a lot of trouble. Ooh, top lane, we're going to have a fight for the rune maybe? Oh, Dubu got it barely.
Dubu, he's got that Boots Iron Branch. How supporty is this Vengeful Spirit going to be? Is she eventually going to transition into more of those core items, or is it going to be hardcore wards all the way through?
It should be hardcore wards. I think they'd rather have Demon probably get like Tranquil Boots or something, and then they might be able to give Venge some items, but Dubu might play a harder support. I'm not actually not
Rotation
sure.
in from Z-Freak. Magic Missile going to be eaten by monkeys, but that's going to be the end of the engage. And Kunkka has been left alone throughout this entire thing, so his farm's starting to drop down just a little bit. Still staying miles ahead of this Magnus.
Yeah, that's gonna be the thing. Cancel. Oop. Top. They've been chasing Moo down a lot, and Shield helping him out, but that's what we see. They both get each other low. He has another stun, but it's level 1. That's that.
Just all about catching him out right now. Moo is going to be fresh out of regen, just either needs to buy some tangos or save up for that Morbid Mask, but it's a long way off.
Yeah, now Dubu has the invisibility rune. He could make something happen. Cancel has 1 bottle charge and a Fairy Fire. That might be a kill, but he seems to be running. Now he's going middle now. This could be a kill. Never mind. He doesn't have Skewer. I lied.
Looks like Dubu's still going to try something, at least get in there and contest him.
Here goes the bottle crowing right now. Have to do that as Magnus, especially for his cancel. Well, here we go. This might be.
Dope. Dubu's just chilling. All right. So not going to initiate there. Still no first blood here. 4.5 minutes into the game, but like we said, it's going to take a little while for this game to warm up, but I think once the blood starts flowing, it's going to get nasty. Mason gets hit by the shackle, doesn't latch for long enough. They've got that soul rip, but it wouldn't do enough to get the troll down.
Yep, now he has a health pot, so he's fine. If that would have latched, there very well could have been a kill, because he has level 2 decay.
All right, so everything kind of backing up. I mean, obviously our Kunkka's doing phenomenally thanks to Undying's help in the mid lane. Who else is really getting off to a fantastic start?
It's pretty much as Mason and Kunkka are having the best start, and Moo is having a reasonably decent time because Swindle helped bailed him out on that lane. Everyone's pretty much getting farm.
Speaking of Swindle, he's going to get bashed, but just be able to walk away. He makes it far enough under tower. There's a TP in from Z-Freak, so Demon has to run away.
The top lane is going to be a little rougher for Radiant now because they popped their Shrine super early, so 300-second cooldown now. So they might try moving more up there, and they are. They're charging onto Moo. He hasn't got a hit yet. There it is. Curse of Avernus hit. This should be a kill.
Yeah, they've got that charge, and they don't have any more missiles. They don't have any more lockdown. Melons, he's going in. He's channeling up a stun, but it's going to be off the mark. First blood goes the way of Onyx, and now Melons might get picked off himself. Eats up the Fairy Fire. They've got vision from the Wave of Terror, and it's going to be Demon picking up that kill. They will get the return onto Abaddon as he just spends a little bit too much time under tower range, but very well played from Onyx there, finally getting this match going.
Yeah, but now you see why Abaddon's banned the NAC, and Onyx, Mike, Bulba using it. Like, they can just run at you. He has a shield, and he has a slow and attack speed increase, so you don't even need, like, damage items. They just run at you and right-click you, and especially with the Spirit Breaker, it's super good. I think Troll plus Abaddon could be a lot of single-target damage. They can do Roche almost earlier than an Ursa can with that duo.
Oh, that's true. Demon going in, deep charge here. Looks like he's going to be trying to go in onto Moo. That's an ambitious charge, at least trying to contest some neutral farm, keep him feeling a little bit unsafe every which way on the map. Mason's going to join the chase, but Moo should make it under tower.
Yeah, if he got one bash there, he might have been in trouble. I'm sure, like, Swindle was already heading over there, though, but yeah, nothing too crazy. Obviously, Cancel's still having the best game, but with Kunkka, you need someone else to support. You need someone to set up, like, your X-Torrents with you. And Wind Ranger right now actually is reasonably farmed.
Oh. Up top, I mean, we see just how survivable this Abaddon is. He's got a shield, and he's walking right back into the creep wave. He's not scared of anything.
He's really not. Just at a K spam as HP slowly gets lower and lower from all that. And Z-Freak's just been moving around the map. He might not have gotten a kill or anything, but he's just been moving around the map, harassing all the lanes, and you can see the top CS is all on Radiant side, mostly because of him.
Got a little bit of a rumble in the jungle happening bottom lane. Demon ready to charge. Is going to go in onto Melons. Gets the bash onto Moo on his way through. It looks like Troll joins in. Throws out some axes. Everyone's going to get slowed. But right now, Radiant, they're still looking to fight. Demon, he doesn't have his charge up for 4 more seconds. He's going to go for the TP out. Boat comes in, and that's an easy pickoff. Melons gets the gold for that one.
Yeah, but I mean, Onyx lost a hero there, but they had to commit 3 TPs down bottom, so Dyer's reasonably happy. Now Abed, this is the first time he's had a free lane. The Bulba's still just farming up there, too. It's going to be interesting. I think it depends how much farm Monkeys actually gets in this game. He's going to have to be the other person to help cancel.
Yeah, he's doing reasonably well in that he's had some time to himself. He is about to get charged here, and it looks like Bulba's hot on his heels. But it's pretty difficult to lock down a win runner. She's got her level 1 win run. She's going to go ahead and book it under that tier 1. Still being charged, but don't really know how much follow-through they're going to have.
Oh, this could be a kill. She's pushed pretty far forward. Oh, she started running back just in time.
She's got that win run now if she needs it. So Demon just going to connect with the bash and back off.
Yep. Nothing big. I mean, they had that ward under the tower, so he's not afraid to charge in. He knows if someone TPs the shrine or even tower. And now Bulba's just going to bully him out of lane.
Yeah, I want to talk about this huge neutral stack going on here in this dire top. It's getting pinged out by the Radiant right now. I mean, how quickly is Troll going to be able to clear that? Is that going to come out before Radiant are going to peek their nose in there?
We're going to find out. He just keeps pulling. I don't even think he meant to stack it that much. It's just because he's been pulling it, and it's just stacking. Now they're like, well, I don't know what we do with this. And they get another stack. I mean, Shield plus Troll, I mean, they're going to have to commit a lot, even with the Magnus Maxium power.
Oh, Monkeys gets caught out here. Pretty low health. Z-Freak comes in. He's doing what he can, trying to keep that soul rate. Monkeys is going to be able to get back under the tower. And now Demon's going to go for the TP. Power shot off the mark, and they just don't have enough damage to get down that Spirit Breaker.
Oh, and by the way, Abed just took the stack while he was doing that. That was Demon bought him so much. He actually just took all of it. Wow, he is really farm now. Like level 8.5 after how bad he was middle.
Yeah, I thought Troll was going to be allowed to get that, but I guess better clear it out quickly because Radiant they got their eyes on that.
Yep. I'm not really sure he's going to make the first move. Like, Onyx has good sustainable team fight, but they don't want to start a team fight. They want you to go on someone. Bulba TP's in, Dubu TP's in. Like, they have a way more reactionary team. While it looks like Complexity wants to run at you, but I think they're a smart enough team to know it's going to be rough, too.
Yeah, I mean, Onyx has really decent initiation, especially with that Spirit Breaker. We've seen him focus a lot up top, keeping Monkeys harassed. And now it looks like Onyx are making a motion towards this bot lane, whether they want to just push it in or actually look for blood.
Yep. I still like the Magnus level 8, no ulti. Just maxing Q and W. He knows he doesn't want to fight. He just wants to just farm up.
Yeah, that's all he needs, man. He's going in for that early Echo Saber. Now Dubu's going to go ahead and bump into cancel. Tosses out a missile, but going to hop right back into wave. And that Observer Ward should be taken out pretty quickly.
Yep. Dubu should go down here. Nice dodge on the torrent, but I don't think it'll matter here.
Yeah, Venge just went a little too deep into Radiant territory. Popped out a ward, but this Sentry definitely getting their money's worth out of that.
Yep. And yep, classic Abaddon build. He's just going to go straight for the Vlads. I think that's when they start maybe grouping up as a 5-man team together.
Yeah, I mean, that's when you can really start to benefit from this stuff. What does the ideal initiation look like from Onyx? Like, who do they want to jump? How do they want to do it? What do they invest?
They want to take, like, unfair fights for themselves. Like, they want to charge someone in a lane where there aren't wards down. They just go in, get a pickup. But if it's an actual fight, I think they're just going to have to wait for... I was going to say Magnus to get BKB, but he's going Echo Sabers. So I'm not sure. It's going to have to be a random swap or stun somewhere on the map. But Onyx never is going to fight 5-on-5. They lose every 5-on-5 until Abed actually has farm.
Oh, Smoke ain't coming in. Cancel Smoke's going to pop. They know Abed's somewhere around there. They hop up to trek the shrine and position themselves, but now Magnus knows what's going down. He is hugging that tower for dear life.
Yeah, and we expect it's nothing too crazy. Both teams content with what they're doing, which is always bad for one side because obviously only one team wins.
Top lane, Windrunner caught on her own. There was so much action mid that looks like Spirit Breaker was content just to go for a pickoff there. And now Radiant, they may find themselves a tower. Again, Melons has that 3 points into Diabolic Edict. He's pushing so quickly.
Yep, nice dodge by Abed there. He's level 10. He's saving a skewer or an ulti. He still has a point. We're about to see what it is. Got pulled in. Nice. He gets out, though.
He managed to get himself up onto the cliff, breaks down the trees, and he's going to gallop to freedom. That is well deserved by the Magnus, just showing what a skilled player he is.
Oh, that was nice. Top lane. I mean, the Monkey's forever kill. Now the Demon is level 6. Like, the Wind Run, if she doesn't start skilling it up, which she's not, because your other 2 skills are better, she's just going to die every time to that gank.
Yeah, definitely something that can be repeated. Now, down bottom, Troll has continued to find a ton of free farm. Looking at the net worth chart, he's going to be topping it out at 5,100 already. Our Lycan is keeping up, but not quite at the same pace. But like you mentioned before, Lycan needs a little bit less to be ultra ferocious. Now, Melons is going to go through, face check the Spirit Breaker, and it's not looking like the Radiant have a lot to get through on this. They might be able to find a kill. In fact, they do pick up the Spirit Breaker, but it's going to come at a cost. Monkeys comes in, power shot, and the focus fire committed onto Mason. But again, that shield from the Abaddon doing so much work. Dubu going to get munched down by Moo with the very last of his mana and last of his health. Going to continue this pursuit. Now, Monkeys is under tower, takes a stun from the Vengeful Spirit, but does end up living. That's going to be Z-Freak doing everything he can to keep his teammates alive. Unfortunately, they still lose the Windrunner, but using that last little soul rip, they are able to find some return kills. Z-Freak is the hero of the Radiant side. They've still got Cancel in the fight. And it looks like that's going to be the two heroes that are able to go in, get what they want, and retreat. A one fight for Complexity.
Yeah, that's exactly what Complexity wants. They have the Vlads up on Moo. He just clicks ulti, and then they just win the fight. That's exactly why. Complexity just has the better mid game, early to mid game, and it's going to be hard. Onyx wants to play reactionary, but it's just way too hard right now.
Yeah, definitely a curious initiation from our Kunkka and Leshrac, but it's working out so far. Complexity sitting a little bit ahead in terms of kill score. In terms of overall net worth, that fight just spiked them into having an actual lead.
Yep, that's what's going to happen. He even passes Mason. Luckily, Mason did survive there. He's the only person who did survive on the team, so he's still just farming. But if Cole gets another fight like that and they get another 1 or 2 towers, they're just going to snowball way too out of control. So Onyx would have to pick their fight. They might just let the tier 1 drop top. I think it's actually smart.
Yeah, with Complexity's lineup, if they have a one fight, if they have a couple great pickoffs, they can turn that into towers and objectives in the snap of a finger. They've got so much push, especially with that Leshrac, with all the right click now coming out of monkeys. So it's dangerous. Onyx basically, you can't lose a fight and then defend their towers. They have to fully back.
Yep. I think the biggest thing, though, Abed going for Blinks next. Still about 2,000 gold away, but he'll be level 12. And with the max and power and the Echo Saber, he could do a ton of damage just himself. That's going to be... That could be the big turning point for them. Charge middle, though. We'll see if they do anything here.
Yeah, Dubu's going to put down a really nice ward, keeping the vision up, and Swindles is just way out there. Tombstone's going to be popped down. Dubu looks to go, toss out the stun, gets the Wave of Terror off as well. Now she's going to get focused, though. There's a shackle holding her in place temporarily. Z-Freak, he's big, he's beefy, and he's going to continue to move forward. Boat comes in, proccing the Abaddon's ult, but no other damage is going to come his way, so Bulba's got to do what he can to get some help back here. Demon gets low. Bulba's going to get X back and focused, so once again... Complexity, they sacrifice their Leshrac, but they can very easily pick a tower off of this enormously one fight.
Yep, exactly. And the Z-Freak is, I'm after this game, I want to see his total healing. He saved like 2 heroes bottom. He saved his hero middle right now, saved himself, and now they're going to get, yep, exactly 2 towers off of it. Melons, oh, they go for him bottom, but they don't get it. Now they're not even going to be able to get this tower because Complexity can just back and defend it.
Yeah, this is looking really good for Complexity so far. Getting those tier 2s down so early is going to be a huge advantage in the mid. But of course, with the change to the shrines, it's all about getting that first tier 3. And we'll see when they're going to be able to grab that. Initiation coming back in as it looks like Onyx want to keep fighting here. Very curious. Boat's going to come through. Torrent's going to come through. Hits on no one. And now it looks like Complexity are going to have that retreat call coming out.
And looks like there wants to be a big fight. Moo is going to get spotted out by Bulba. Will anyone TP down there? They're looking. They're charging in. Oh, the stun barely misses on Demon. Are they going to want to go in? I don't know. Cancel's almost out of everything.
Melons has still got his ult roll, and it's a fair amount of damage coming in. The RP, though, they've nailed down 2 heroes on Complexity, and there's no way they can get anywhere else for help. The rest of Complexity is going to back off. They don't want to tangle with this. Cancel, able to TP out, but that was Onyx showing some serious signs of life. Like you mentioned, if they're not fighting 5-on-5, Onyx does have the upper hand.
Yeah, exactly. Onyx just wants to get those pickups with Spear Breaker. They should get this bottom tower because they already glyphed it when Mason was ulting at bottom. So they get 2 kills and a tower, and that's the biggest thing is Mason is getting a ton of gold. Abed's going to have his blink in about, what, a minute or 2, and that's when the game really starts for Onyx.
Absolutely. So Complexity, I mean, what kind of time window are we looking at? How many more successful fights and tower pushes do they have to get before this Troll and this Magnus are going to be way out of control?
It depends. Lycan win Armlet. I honestly, if Complexity wins a fight past their river, they're going to take a Rax. It's only 17 minutes in, but this Lycan and you have the Windrunner are so far, they're good for the next 10 or 20 minutes. As long as they don't do anything stupid, Complexity is still running this game.
Definitely. Looking at the overall net worth, still about a 4,000 lead for them. Of course, that loss with the RP mid lane didn't help things. XP is actually in favor of Onyx, as they have been just a little more spread out. You see Complexity wadding up. They're going to go take a quick Roche right now, but they've got to be mindful of their levels. Those skill trees are now shaking things up.
And, oh, I like this. Cole going for the aggressive Roshan. Looks like they're just... Onyx doesn't have any clue. They're not even just giving it up. They just don't know what's happening right now.
Yeah, I mean, they've got a ward down here, but they didn't see any movement in towards the pit, so this should be a nice sneaky Roche for Complexity. And with this Aegis, it's going to give him a little bit of confidence to maybe take a fight, keep initiating before the Troll gets his next big item.
They do give it to Moo, which is a tad surprising. I guess he is the most farmed, but, I mean, he benefits the least from it. Howl's a long cooldown. If you die with your ulti, like you don't have your ult up anymore, I'm kind of strange they give it to Moo. I guess they just want him to cast ult and run at you middle, and that's about it. But Abed's going to find Melons, maybe. Ooh.
Nah, he's just booking it right out of there. He sees at least 2 Radiant heroes and doesn't want to take the risk that there's more waiting in the trees.
Yep, he does give away his blink right there, but I think Complexity was assuming he'd have it soon.
Yeah, definitely not out of the ordinary for Magnus to pick it up relatively early in the game. And now Moo just going to keep chunking down these creeps. We are going to have Mason waiting in the wings, could just run at you. He's going in towards that Sanjin Yasha, the recently revived item. It's made Troll playable again.
Yep.
What else do you think he's going to go for after the SNY?
Let's see. I think obviously MKB is always going to be good, especially against Windrunner, and just increase your damage so much with ult. Uh-oh, Mason's going to get found out a little. He can't just TP because Monkey's here.
That's, I mean, a ballsy play from Troll. He went in, he tried to cut the wave and take a creep for himself, but obviously that gives Vision and Complexity are very able to go and capitalize off of that.
It's going to be a base push for sure now. Like, all they have to do is lose 1 hero on Complexity and push. Like, that's... I don't know what Mason was doing right there.
I mean, there's definitely something I'm missing, but it seemed like by aggroing that creep wave, he just completely gave away a sneaky position, and ultimately that spells his death for the next 30 seconds. Melons has that Diabolic Edict rocked in. It's going to cut through the creeps, going to start doing work in the towers. There is going to be Abed holding onto his RP. Swindle's getting focused down, but look at the healing. Z-Freak is just the ambulance here, but it's going to be a triple man RP. Skewer back under tower. They've got everything they need to out of this. This is Onyx's fight to lose, but Dubu is still going to get chunked down. Z-Freak is still up and fighting, and they've got Moo with the Aegis in his ult form, trying to claw at everyone that walks past him. Demon will get focused down as well, and it looks like they're able to drag back Abed. Boat coming in is going to fly straight on through. Torrent missed as well, but now Mason's back up after that earlier death, and he can definitely get at Moo. The armlet toggles are there. He's trying his best to live. Cancel keeps back the Troll with a torrent. He's going to go into the trees and try to TP, but the blink in from Abed. Just a second late on that pushback, and looks like Cancel is just going to be leading the rest of the heroes after him. So good initiation by Complexity, but they just overstayed their welcome and didn't give enough value to the Troll respawning.
Yep, I know. Abed has just been he's been playing solo. He's level 15 as well, the highest level in the game after losing middle. Like, I've noticed on his games where it's freedom when we're like, oh, well, teams are content with farming. Abed was always one step ahead, and even in this game, like, somehow they're in kind of, I'd say they're losing this game, but Abed's still one step ahead, and we saw that 3-man ulti. The only problem was he wasted his Echo Saber hit on the Wind Ranger, who tries to go middle. If he didn't do that, they would have killed all 3 of them so quick, but it's hard to know. Melon's dead. See ya.
Yeah, just really far out on his own there. I mean, he was trying to go get a little bit solo XP and a little bit of solo farm, but it just can't be that far on your own when you've got heroes on Onyx that thrive on little pickoffs like that.
Exactly, and now we're moving there. Complexity can still just like win a fight or get a kill and push, but they're doing up kill by kill.
Once again, just really plowing in deep here. This might be the second time we've seen Venge go and get killed in a similar situation. Oh, one more hit from Moo knocks her down. She was in that last millisecond of TP.
Yep, and the Echo Saber Lycan. I can't say I've actually seen this before, besides maybe in a pub. Usually you see the Deso, the Book 3, and the Assault Kyros, but he's just going full team fight because he knows they're actually going to need a fight.
Yeah, no priority on the Book so far. He doesn't need those extra little creeps. He's content with his wolves.
Yeah, I guess that kind of goes back to, I forget who said on the panel, but the blind from Mason. Obviously, you want to summon wolves, make book creeps, but then you just run into the whirling axes of Mason, and they're just useless.
They can't hit you. Yep. Now, down bottom, we do have 2 heroes waiting to jump. Abed looking for a tasty snack, showing off that new Blink Dagger. But the rest of Complexity, they're just pushing up past where Onyx are finna chase them.
Yep, they still have the Aegis on Lycan. Not for much longer, but they do have it. Z-Freak, man, he has mech level 3 Solar. He has been healing so much, but once those heals go down, it feels like the rest of the team drops. So they just need Cole needs to get a quick pick up on a hero, maybe back up, and then reset the fight, and just always make it 4v5.
Bulba trying to bait something out.
He's a Hyperstone, too. All right.
Moo just going to be eating the wave of terror right there. They want to go in. They want to initiate. Missile comes in onto Moo, but now Dubu just doesn't have that spell anymore. Z-Freak, he's going to be focused down. He's trying to do what he can to keep himself alive, but now with him dead, oh, it's looking scary for Complexity. They're so reliant on those heals, and it looks like they may end up losing the Lycan at the very last second of his Aegis. He's going to be able to use it, and he's coming back in, and this is really scary. Cancel goes in, hits up the Torrent, is going to miss onto Bulba. They just don't have the range to go back in. The power shot immediately breaks the shield. Blink forward from Monkeys. He needs a couple more hits, able to land a quick shackle, but looks like he is going to get turned around upon. Demon charges in. They've got the X, and Monkeys are channeling up the power shot. Does a huge chunk of damage, and they're able to get that Lesh stun as well. Mason, though, he's moving forward. He pops the ult with those range axes. Still not able to find the kill on the Lesh. He's going to get stumped up temporarily, but the armlet on the Kunkka can only do so much work.
No
Bulba
ulti.
getting dragged back into the fight. Doesn't have his ult. He's picked off. And now on the back lines, we've got Dubu rotating back in, but doesn't have enough mana for a stun. That's going to be an easy kill for Complexity. They're going to turn this into a tower. Most likely a full set of racks as well.
Looks like, and that was pretty much Dubu died at the beginning of that fight. We didn't even notice. He went in on 3 of them at the back and just died. He didn't cast any spells. He just got killed. And it actually just lost Onyx a one fight pretty much.
Yeah, when he respawned, it wasn't exactly the most ideal positioning either. Now, look at this Magnus focused down by the Torrent. He's trying to run himself away. You can just look at him galloping. He goes for the RP. He's angry. He's got to find something. They skewer under Shrine, and it looks like Lesh is going to take the brunt of the damage, but the rest of Complexity now have a free pass out if they can actually make their way to the low ground. It looks like Moo, Cancel, and Monkeys are trying to do so. Monkeys takes one for the team, but the rest of his allies should be able to get out.
Wow, they didn't even take the tier. They didn't do anything to the tier 3. Really good defense from Onyx 4v5 there until the rest of them respawned.
That's now 2 times in a row where Complexity had a really won fight. They're pushing up to the high ground, but they don't get any towers for themselves. And they really need those tier 3s to be able to take out these shrines and take away a huge Roshan control point.
That's the biggest thing is pretty much what Lai can do is push towers super early is the same thing what Control can do later. He just gets items, gets his spells, and he'll just destroy your base. Now we're approaching the time when if Onyx wins a team fight, they can just take racks as well. Both teams, they want to fight on the other team's side of the river, but right now Complexity got pushed back since they died.
Yeah, I think a huge reason why that fight wasn't 100% perfect for Complexity is that Z-Freak did go down so early on, and he's the sustain. He's definitely the ambulance for the team.
He's the heal god, and oh man, Abed's 1k away from a BKB, and by that time he'll be level 18 as well. I think Complexity has shown, though, the worst they've had is that like 3-man ulti top. As long as they just avoid that, which I definitely think they will now, they'll be fine. It's interesting. This game got a lot more even than it was.
Yeah, looking at the overall net worth, it's back down to about 2,000 difference, and at 25 minutes in, that is not that significant at all. This can definitely go either way. I'd say Complexity is still riding their momentum off a couple of really nice one-team fights, though.
Yep. And Troll is going to have BK. They're going to have almost 3 BKBs for the next fight on Onyx. Spirit Breaker getting one about 1,000 gold too.
Ooh, definitely a huge priority right now for our Dire team.
Smoke Gang. Oh, Bulba.
Oh, Cancel blinks in and just scouts out the TP out, so they know there's a little bit of free space going into the top lane, and that's going to give Onyx the go-ahead to rotate here in the bottom, feeling very safe.
And now this is when it's super scary. Mason as well as Abed, both level 18. Both, since they both have decent items, in power, they just, if he gets a 2 or 3-man skewer, they're just dead.
He also has a double damage rune still sitting in his bottle. That's going to pop pretty soon. I think that was an old pickup.
Veil on Lesh. That's nice. Monkeys Forever got the Maelstrom first, then has the Blink. The problem is because she had to go for that Blink, which she did have to get. Like, she's really low on just team fight items in general.
I mean, Ags is getting worked on, still about 2,000 gold till that's fully online. And that's going to bring even more tower push potential. Look at this scan coming out from the Dire, though. They know there was at least some movement towards the Roche pit. And this could be our next big 5-on-5 clash.
Oh, they have the charge up on Lycan. They have the Shrine up. They need to start TPing now.
Yeah, Moo's going to go ahead, get focused. They got the Wave of Terror as well. His armor is just decimated. And look at him get blown up.
No, and
It's
Monkeys.
just Monkeys that rotates back. Z-Freak's there to help him out. But this is Onyx just asserting their dominance. They take down this tier 1 like it's nothing. And now Z-Freak's getting chased through the trees. He doesn't have anything to cut through here. He's going to get cornered in. It looks like Bulba might be able to
they
find him.
didn't
No,
see him.
swap back Dubu. A little bit too deep now as Monkeys is able to get very safely behind him. Demon, though, is able to find Z-Freak. Z-Freak goes into his ult, puts down the tombstone. He's doing everything he can, but look at the RP. Abed from the back lines finds what he's looking for, and it's going to be 3 heroes dead on the side of Complexity after a almost flawless fight from Onyx.
Yeah, that was just they just didn't TP quick enough to the shrines, and then Monkeys. I'm surprised he committed that TP. And I was like, oh man, Mason wastes his BKB, but the continued fight just favors Onyx. They don't need like the big cooldowns like the other teams do. like the other team does.
Oh, and this is when Troll's starting to get really scary. When Abed actually put those 3 points into Empower, he's able to help out his Troll. This is ferocious right now. Troll is hitting fast, he's hitting hard, he has cleave. What do you do against a Troll like this?
Not very much, and if he does go MKB next, I think that's where the game ends, because somehow Bulba got an extremely quick Assault Cuirass on Abaddon, who's not known for flash farming, and now that he has the Vlad's Assault Cuirass, they just have the whole team advantage.
Yeah, during that fight, we did see Cancel on the Kunkka pushing out the top lane, maybe trying to go for some rat plays, but I don't think that's going to be Complexity's strong suit. I think their strong suit is fighting as 5. Now Melon's going to go get focused in. He does land a nice stun on the Abba. Eats that Vengeful Spirit missile. We've still got Lycan up full health on the back of the fight, though, so even if Melons goes down, it's not detrimental. You've still got the damage. Mason's BKB'd up, but it looks like Monkeys might still be able to fight him down, and looks like they can find him. They pop the Aegis. Meanwhile, you've got Moo still in his ult form, running around, popping down his wolves. They want to surround Mason as much as possible, and they will find a very important kill there. That is an ultra kill for Moo on this Lycan. Very nice use of his ult.
Yeah, that was just a really... Onyx just thought they were more in the lead than they did, and they took a really strange fight. Z-Freak kept Swindles alive for like 10 extra seconds, had the Tombstone. Mason was forced to pop a BKB just to deal with the Tombstone, and Moo killed 3 people on the back end of it because of that.
Yeah, he just kept running them around while they were distracted by other things, and suddenly there's a Lycan biting you in the face.
Yep, this very well should be a Rax. They use the glyph. We're going to see both supports come up, but I mean, these supports do not do much versus Cancel. Like, Cancel and Moo can just tank all of their damage.
RP is up, so Abed definitely looking for that initiation, but look at these racks just melt. That's Monkeys even before the Aghanim Scepter comes in.
Yikes.
Definitely yikes. Oh, the Shackle to stop Demon in his trails, and Complexity, they go in, they got exactly what they wanted, and now they're going to turn their attention immediately to the shrine around Roche.
That's smart. Complexity does a good job. They're like semi-bringing it down. Nope, they're gone. They're like, well, you can't heal it up. We'll come back and kill it later.
I mean, as soon as they lost vision on Onyx, you got to be scared, because you know there's a Spirit Breaker that could be hot on your ass.
Yep. Still, it feels like Onyx just took a really bad fight there. They need to be a little more patient, and if they are, they'll be fine. But Complexity, I mean, this is one of those teams that really capitalizes on they're known for their teamwork. Like, people may be like, well, these guys aren't like better than, say, Weehaw Resolution, but they play as a team far better than any other team in NA.
Definitely. You can see their 5-man is really strong. They've got very clear calls on who they're initiating on, what spells they're going to expend for them. And, of course, Z-Freak just walking around keeping everyone alive.
Yep. That's the thing. If Moo just ults and goes in and they aim him, Z-Freak will just keep him alive. And now he's at 2.4k HP, 30 armor. He's insane. That's without armlet on. Moo's just really scary now. They can't really focus him at all.
Yeah, he's going in for his MKB instead of going back for the books. I mean, he's just staying away from traditional Lycan builds, I guess.
Which is smart, because they need a team fight more, and I think Onyx can just kite around the book too much. So it's a good call.
All right, Onyx definitely getting some momentum. Overall net worth is going to be in Complexity's favor, but XP is pretty close to even. Slight favor for the Dire.
MKB on Troll and about 500 gold.
God, that's scary.
Yeah, and Abed's going for looks like a Bloodthorn. Orchid first into Bloodthorn. He's going to have it pretty soon, actually.
A little bit of a, not a staple Magnus build. Is there any itemization that you're really not a fan of here? Is there anything you're like, I don't think that's super effective?
Everyone seems to be playing pretty much perfectly this game. Bulba's going back for a Blade Mill right now. He knows he's getting focused, so... No, everyone's actually... This is like the best game I think we've seen all series. Like, it's not just a complete one-sided stomp on each side.
Yeah, definitely not looking like a pub. We've got some crisp plays, lots of teamwork, lots of good, cohesive execution, but we'll see. There's always the opportunity to throw, but right now, definitely some interesting plays happening. Onyx, I mean, they've got this huge boom and bust of momentum. They've really got to capitalize on when Complexity have weaknesses, but when Complexity are all up and they're all fighting together, you just can't jump on that.
Yeah, exactly. But now that Abed's level 20 gets to 15% in power damage, which is just insane for the team, and they're going for this is a smoke on smoke action right here. Bulba's just running uphill.
I mean, Bulba can frontline. That's the strength of Abaddon, is it doesn't really matter if he gets jumped on because he does have his borrowed time. Of course, he needs the rest of his teammates to immediately jump in and back him up, and looks like that's not the case, so Bulba does back out.
I think you can kind of tell how they're playing right now. Onyx feels like they're on their back foot and they want to make a play. but it's smart they didn't commit to a fight right there. While Complexity, they're going. That's another smoke right here. They're running in. They see Mason. Oh, but he gets a wolf, and that's even more damage.
Moose Smoke is going to break, and now Bulba's going to ping him out. Looks like that's the back off call as, once again, Onyx playing very, very safe. They can realize how detrimental these team fights are. If Complexity go in and get one pick, they can easily turn that into a wipe, easily turn that into a full set of racks. So lots of restraint required on the Dire side.
I like this. Now the support Spirit Breaker has BKB. Can literally just charge in, click BKB, and if he wants, just right-click Melon or Z-Freak. Like, literally not even worry about the rest of the fight. All he has to do is just stay right-clicked on him, and he's happy with that. Just keep him kited. Oh, Z-Freak was pinged out. They have the ward there, obviously.
Cancel going in with some fun mid Kunkka tricks, just able to blink into the wave and X himself back, so not feeling too scared of any initiation. I mean, if you're Onyx right now and you see Complexity continuing to just play as 5, not show any weakness, how do you initiate? Do you just turtle? Do you have to Spirit Break or YOLO charge? What do you do?
I think you just sit back around and turtle like we see Mason doing. He's pushing down bottom lane, clearing out their jungle, now running back, but middle, maybe. Here comes the X.
We've got Bulba caught on his own. Looks like the call isn't to let Bulba just go down. Onyx are showing that they've got, a wall of heroes ready to go if they absolutely need to.
And that's the big thing. Both teams actually have a Solar Crest, which I think we're going to see way more of in every game. Solar Crest is just super good again. We saw people stop using it for a while now. Z-Freak and do, but you just throw it on somebody and just the look of it, like, oh man, they have evasion and armor? Can't do anything.
Yeah, this Poverty Venge definitely getting that really good team item. She's sitting dead last on net worth, 4,300 for herself, but I guess if she can stay alive in the fights, if she can cast out a really nice swap and isolate someone from the Complexity side, that is all what it's about.
Yep, Bulba with the gem. They're just going to try to take control of the map right now. That's pretty much all the gems for, really, and I guess Lycan. Obviously, super for Lycan Wolves, who Moo's been doing a good job splitting them up, just sitting them in different lanes so they know where everyone's at, and now they can kill those wolves. They won't have complete control of the map. Now what Mason goes, I actually don't know. If I had to make a guess, you'd think it'd probably either be Scotty or possibly, what's the lifesteal one? I always forget, Satanic. I think it's probably going to be one of those two on Mason because he has plenty of damage. He can do it. He just needs survivability now.
You think he'd switch out his boots, or does he really need that move speed just to keep running at you? Because they've got initiation for days. Like, you can use Demon just to keep charging on targets and keeping them locked down.
He could get a boots of travel if he really wants to start split pushing hard like bottom. He could be there right now.
I mean, he can clear a wave in like half a second.
Yeah, I honestly think he'll probably go Scotty next and then boots of travel. I think they just want that just sustainability of all that.
Definitely got a big chunk of money saved up. Meanwhile, Lycan has gone for an MKB of his own. He's got that finish now. Things are going to be a little more spooky. Wave of Terror comes in.
6 slotted. 36 minutes in, not too bad.
Yeah, I mean, he's got some room for upgrades, but he's definitely up and fighting. And, I mean, it's just kind of a standoff, looking for someone to be caught off guard, looking for one pick-off to come in so you're fighting 4v5. But neither team is giving that away right now.
Yeah, I love the level 25 Lycan and talent trees. That's... How did people complain about the Nature's Prophet +6 tree ants? But there's a 2 wolf summoned versus 15. That's actually, that might legitimately be worse than the tree ants. Well, I guess he can howl on him at least. But yeah, that's strange. He'll definitely get the 15 second. That's actually such a big upgrade for him.
That is
compared to everyone else. 15 second on his ult it's huge.
We saw what Lycan was able to do. I think there was only a level 2 ults the last time he was able to fight and pick up that ultra kill for himself, just going around nipping at everyone's heels, and he's just too fast to stop.
Really is. And now both teams pretty much moving around as 5. They're just farming. They don't want anything crazy to happen.
They don't want to touch each other right now. They just want to clear out the enemy jungles.
Oh, well, here we go. The smoke comes up. And Bulba kind of baiting, maybe?
I think that's just Bulba. I think he just likes to be up in the front.
There you go. There has to be something going on. Maybe not. They might know, too. They're like, why is Pink on the map with a gem by himself?
Yeah, there's a scan to reveal that at least a couple other heroes are behind him. Abed has to be careful that his smoke doesn't get popped right now.
Omu, this could be a big kill if they find him, and they might find him here.
He's going to be charging up. He's trying to shapeshift, but he's just completely comboed down, and that was a use of his ult before he went out. That is not great for our Lycan right now, and it's just going to be Monkeys saying, do I go in, do I back? And it looks like they might get wrapped around upon Abed, able to ping out Z-Freak. Monkeys as well, going to be scouted in. Look at that! Oh, they're just playing hot potato with this poor undying Z-Freak doing what he can. He's soul ripping up some health, but it won't be enough to keep him up and fighting. Swap back in as Monkeys is going to be focused out. They've got the MKB to cut through her evasion. That's going to be a double kill for Mason. Exactly what Onyx were hoping for.
Yeah, Mace, they dropped that Lycan. His ult cast time didn't even get casted. He died so quickly to the ult of Troll Warlord and everyone just hitting him. And yep, this is pretty much it. Troll has turned into the late game Lycan. He's just going to push your base, and he can do it extremely quick if they punish you. And I'm surprised they're not forcing anything anywhere, I guess, because middle's pushed. That melee barracks being down for complexity actually just saved them a racks of their own.
Yeah, they need to go back and address the push in, because you see Kunkka just trying to do that split push obnoxious thing, just go blink himself forward, X himself back, and he's pretty hard to get a hold of.
Yep, and wow, they have a full Scotty for Mason on the chicken, as well as the Bloodthorn for Abed. So I think this is their perfect timing right now.
This is definitely about to get real nasty for Complexity. I mean, what kind of high ground hold did Complexity have? How can they take the fights if Onyx brings them to them?
They hope Kunkka gets a crit with his Tidebringer and clears out the creeps, and they hope Onyx doesn't want to push. But I don't think Onyx needs creeps in their base. They're just going to have a troll right-click everything, and they're fine. Especially with an Aegis.
He is doing very well for himself, almost at that level 25. Do you think he's going to go for the magic resist just because of what Complexity are putting out, or is the Whirling Axes worth it?
I think me and Suman, he was casting pubs with me the other day, and he talked about this. He said Whirling Axes is almost always better.
Really?
And just because 20% magic resistance is 25, you look at it, what do they have? Leshrac and Power Shot. Like, the magic resist doesn't do anything at level 25, because we know Kunkka's Tidebringer is all physical, it's just, yeah, the magic resistance isn't that good, and then you get blind every 6 seconds is insane.
Yeah, it is going to be good, especially with Lycan using his wolf to try to nip it to you. Look how fast this tower goes down. That was Troll not even using his ult. He just built up fervor stacks, and he hits like a champion.
Yeah, watch this. Oh, man. They have a glyph. We're going to see after this glyph how quick this
I mean, this thing is going down like a neutral creep. This is ridiculous right now. We are going to see Cancel move forward, try to shoot out that Tidebringer. There is going to be a bit of a shackle. They get the stun onto Bulba. They're going to be focusing him down, trying to tease out that ult. Meanwhile, Mason just going to town on your racks.
It's pretty much like Bulba has an Aegis. He has ult plus cheese, meaning he can never just be one-shotted through unless the Kunkka crit hits him.
And also, it's not of top priority to keep your Abba alive if your Troll is securing a full lane of racks.
Yeah, but look at middle lane. I mean, obviously it's going to fall, but the ranged racks falls again. They didn't defend it, which is... Complexity, they knew they were going to lose that rack, so they're not too mad. They're like, well, at least we got that. But Complexity's looking for stragglers right now.
Yeah, they're hunting around. We'll see what they're going to be able to find. Looks like just going back, collecting themselves.
Jimmy, I think it looks like Demon's going for Heaven's Hallbred as well as Bulba. So double Heaven's Hallbred. That should be interesting if they actually do. And yeah, Troll gets exactly pretty much what he said. He went from Scotty into the Boots of Travel next, and I assume Satanic's going to be next after all that.
Yeah, just that raw sustainability of, like, you can't even touch him. Like, he's not even going to take damage if he has that Satanic rolling.
This is just going to be super scary for Complexity. Now, they kind of missed their 20 to 30 minute timing.
The good thing Complexity does have going for them is, if they can actually latch a stun, if they can get Leshrac to stomp on this Troll before he has time to react, I mean, they've got at least the potential to pick him off. They've got that little bit of lockdown, but it's getting tougher and tougher, especially with his BKB being used so early in these fights.
And in fact, I mean, when they did win those fights earlier, it's because the Invisible Wolves gave them the vision, like, behind enemy lines, but with the gem on Bulba, they have not. The Wolves have just been 40 gold, pretty much, for the other team. And here we go. They're just pushing to the base. They're just going to get this a free tier 2. They know Glyph's not up, which is super for Onyx. They can actually push 2 lanes at once. This is super smart by Onyx. They know they're not... They know Bulba can't die. Like right here, they go in, they kind of do damage. They know Bulba can't die, and they know Mason can't die because he has the Aegis, and we have the cheese on Avernus, so they can push 2 lanes and not have to do 2 trouble now. They can just group up here.
Yep. All exterior structures are down except for this one shrine chilling in the Radiant jungle, but I don't think that's going to be too enticing for Complexity right now. They're still feeling really panicked now. There we go. Shackle back in. They get the torrent. They've locked down Troll in pretty much every way they can, but it's still going to result in a 2-man RP. Oh, Onyx, they are looking to end it all here. Moo trying to get something done for himself, but he's just going to get chewed on. Melon's going down once again. Everyone on call is buying back if they've got it. They managed to pop the Aegis, but that's about all they've gotten as a consolation prize so far. Z-Freak trying to do his best to keep his team alive, but it's looking so tough right now. They do get Troll in the air. This is huge. If they can get Mason down here, this might just be a chance for Complexity. They're able to get that down. They get the gem for themselves as well, and Complexity actually holds. Shackle does not hit onto the Magnus, but they are still more than content with that fight. Not only do they keep their tier 3 and Rax alive, they get down an Aegis on the Troll and the Troll's life. That was huge for Complexity. It cost them all their buybacks, but that's what they need.
Yeah, they lost the cheese on Abaddon. They didn't even take much of that tower. It seemed like, did Magnus get stunned, or did he just skewer super short? It felt like he could have taken him out way farther than he did, and I think that would have been super helpful, but that's strange. They're just going to try to get wards down. Is that Z-Freak's doing? No, they don't even have wards. They're just, these two are just moving around the jungle, maybe looking for a solo kill on Abed, which is a possibility.
No, I think what they're doing is they're waiting for the Lycan to push up the creep wave, and they're just trying to chunk down this top tower. You can see them pinging it out. They're positioned to kind of wrap in from the bottom. They just need
No, they're just going to backdoor it.
All right, they don't got backdoor yet. There we go. Fortify being put out, and that's actually a really nice way to use the Fortify. Now Complexity aren't scared when they actually mount a high ground defense to have that up, but the Troll's going to be back up in 30 seconds, and it's not looking like Complexity can get their act together enough to actually capitalize on that.
Yep, doesn't look like anything's really going to come out of that. Just a really good defense from Complexity there, even though they had to blow buybacks. They kept their Tombstone alive for so long. Z-Freak just healed it. They kept stunning everyone. They couldn't bring it down. Those zombies stack up even this late in the game.
Yeah, Undying doing his best. He's going to be grabbing that Aghanim Scepter.
Love it.
Not a ultra staple for the Undying build.
Yeah, but it's so insane, especially at level 25. This is probably one of the least memey Aghanims in the game. Undying, plus you get the -2 cooldown, so you're stealing 10 strength without level 25 every 4 seconds. So say you even just get a 2-man, that's 20 strength you're stealing. You're stealing all their HP doing damage, and then every 2, that's actually, it's super good as long as he doesn't get stunned.
And Z-Freak's main priority is just he needs to stay alive himself so he can keep his teammates alive. He's just trying to hurt him up and keep him out of danger.
Looks like Mason is going to have his Satanic next fight, though. He has enough for it. Chicken's out a little. They might just run to their secret shot. Looks like that's what they arrowed to.
So Onyx just kind of staying back on their side of the map, clearing out their creeps, getting ready to mount another big fight.
Oh, middle lane. Cancel's going to try to cleave him down a little. Does some.
I mean, Abba's not taking a whole lot of damage. He's got Assault Cuirass and a Blade Mail if it gets rough.
Yep, exactly. I'm surprised they're like doing anything right
Oh,
now.
swap in onto Moo. He's got his BKB rolling, but he needs to get out of here. There's an RP going forward. Oh, they lose the Undying. They lose their heals, and they might lose Moo as well. It looks like he wants to turn back in. He is getting some decent lifesteal for himself, and Dubu is continuing to chase him down. He's in that ghost form. Cancel left to his own devices. They are able to focus down monkeys. Cancel does hit the deck. All of Onyx are still alive. Lycan's just running back to his fountain with barely any health. He's got his armlet saving him, but that was not great for Complexity. They're going to lose their mid-racks here, potentially tier 4s as well.
I believe they're going to lose the game. And that was all. Abed actually had a fresh refresher there. Popped in, got a 2-man ult after that all happened. And
oh, backdoor protection's down. They're just going to snap up some quick megas here and potentially a GG coming out shortly.
You can't even get 2 or 3 man. Complexity just fought in a super bad spot versus empowered Troll with this much farm.
Oh, look at that swap coming back forward. They need to kill this Lycan, and it looks like they should be able to do so. He's dead. No buyback. The Kunkka as well goes down, and that's the GG coming out of Complexity. What a great turnaround from Team Onyx.
Yeah, exactly. And this felt like exactly what the panel and we said. Like, Complexity is going to dominate like the 20-30 minute mark they did. They got a Rax, but you let Mason and Abed free farm, and they're going to punish you with this draft, and that's exactly how the Dota should have gone, and it did.
All right. Again, that is only game number 1 out of potentially 2 more games coming at us. Hopefully Complexity. They've got more strats to try. Team Onyx, they're looking very polished. I'm Android. That's Grant. We're going to kick it to some ads before taking it back to our panel.